Hello there everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes roster review. So this time we've got Brad from Not the Droids You're Looking For. Okay, so let's get into your roster, let's see what you've got. So, quick summary first of all. We've got a GP of 2.617 million, top 80 of 1.344, top 65 of 1.225, and ship GP of 1.125. So I would say, just looking at those numbers, that you're quite balanced. I'm just looking at your fleet. I think you're using Thrawn, TIE Advanced, JK, and Houndstooth to start. I would say that does mean that you're probably a bit of a way from, say, Negotiator or Malevolence. So the fact that you're at fleet rank 24, I will say is a good thing. So you're doing quite well in that regard. Then if we just dive a bit further in, you've got 40 Zetas, you've got 16 Gear 13s, and if we just delve into your relics in detail, you've got 4 relic 7s, you've got 4 relic 5s, and you've got 8 relic 4 or belows. So nice little spread. As far as speed mods go, you're doing you've got 4 25 pluses, very nice. You've got 22 20 pluses, which is excellent. You've got 64 15 pluses, again, very nice. And you've got 1 6 plus offense mod, so very nice. So yeah, your mod game looks great. We're going to see if the mods themselves, though, are good on the characters, so let's get into it. Okay, so looking at the top of your roster, you've got Vader at Relic 7 and Palpatine at Relic 7. I can see Count Dooku there as well, so I'm curious if what you've been doing is you've gone for JKR and Darth Revan, and now you're looping around for Sith Eternal Emperor. That's a loose guess. I'm curious if I'm right though. You've got Marauder at 7 as well, so that's definitely a possibility. Thrawn at Relic 4, Anakin at Relic 7, so I'm seeing a lot of C requirements here, so I'm assuming C is the goal. So let's have a look at Vader. We've got offense and defense. Okay, I can't say I've ever seen a defense set. Okay, so we've got 21 speed and a bit of crit chance in offense. We got speed, offense. Okay, I can't really say I got that mod. A low speed offense crit chance. Maybe it makes out. I'll move on. Okay, offense primary speed. Okay. Okay, 23 speed there. Offense. Okay, that is good. That actually does compensate for the defense mod. And you've got offense primary, 11% at 11 speed, and a bit of crit chance. Okay, interesting. So if we go to your stats, 242 speed, you've got no crit damage. Your potency is very low, very low. I mean, you've got half a chance to land your debuffs. You know, that is bad. I'm not going to lie to you there. I mean, I did look through your secondaries then, and I was thinking, I'm not seeing a lot of potency here, and yeah, that just doubles down on it. Your damage is high. So what I would say is, you could probably afford to lower your damage a little bit and get some potency in. I mean, I just go back to it. Culling Blade has been nerfed, there's no lying about that. However, the old principle of it still does remain, that you do need debuffs to get the Culling Blade off. So if you don't land those debuffs, it isn't going to have the same impact. I mean, you've got Vader triple Zeta, so you've got the option of using the lead. So I really do believe you need potency, just for that simple fact that if you're using him under Palpatine, fair enough, you get potency via Palpatine's lead, but Vader can do so much on his own, or at least in the lead spot, that it's almost, I wouldn't say a waste, but it feels wrong to after sort of tying up with Palpatine just for the potency. So, in my honest opinion, I would actually just try and get a bit more on him. Say if you could even game up to 75 and keep some of the damage. If you could game up to 75% potency, which you could probably do by just getting a slightly better mod here. I mean, if you've got offense mod with potency primary, and then a bit of speed and offense secondaries, it would probably do as well as what you've got now. Especially if you've got the primary up to 6E, because then you get 35% potency. So you'd be up to 85% total, just straight off the bat. But yeah, I would really consider doing that, because 85% is a lot better than just going for 50. So As far as the rest though, I can get what you're going for. Again, I'm not going to repeat myself, I've said it a lot in recent videos, but there's definitely an argument for modding for offense. I still prefer crit damage, but that's purely because you're going to go into crits quite often in Merciless. But saying that, I do understand the offense because you might just want to go for it if you're not critting. But yeah, as far as what I see, it's not, I wouldn't say it's wrong, it's just not my personal preference for modding. Okay, so let's just have a quick look at Palpatine. Yeah, so like I say, there you get plus 35% potency if you're running with Palpatine lead, so I do get the idea behind that. He's Relic 7, so there's not a lot to look at here. The speed's pretty nice considering he isn't, I'm guessing, one of your top tunes, like he wasn't in your arena team. But yeah, 267 speed's very nice. How is your JKR going? 297 speed, very nice. Again, not your top tune. I mean, you know, again, I'm looking at Darth Revan in Arena, so the fact that you've got 297, that it's a little shy, but still, it's quite good. So well done that. Okay, let's go to your Darth Revan. I want to see what the meat and drink of your teams are like. What you're getting here, 346. Well done, well done. I have said it before. I do like full mod sets, but considering you've got that speed, I will overlook that. Okay. If anything, you got the 4 speed mods, that's the main thing. So, yeah, you've done great here. Bit of a shame you couldn't get that offense there. I mean, again, it's not a... That's literally me nitpicking. I am looking for a fault there. So, by all means, you've got the speed 24, I am not ignoring it. But if you were talking about the perfect mod, it is a shame you couldn't get that. Yeah, and you got 24 there. So, you've got some good mods there on Revan. Okay, I'm going to skip Bosky Boy a minute. I want to find Malik's partner in crime. What speed has BSF got? 294, that's not bad either. So, we've got 22. I'm going to say you've got a bit of speed and offense there. Crit damage, speed, offense, okay. We've actually, tenacity isn't bad there as well. That's not a bad stat. You've got 7.37%, that's not bad at all. Speed, double offense, crit chance, that's a very tasty mod, very tasty. It's almost a shame you've capped it out because, yeah, you've got some really nice stats there. Protection, offense, speed, lovely. Again, I do not blame you for rolling that as you have. And then potency, speed, double offense. Yeah, I'm liking your modding. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I always had a little bit of a coin toss when it came to Bastila. I always thought, should I mod Bastila for tenacity? And this is quite irrelevant to you, but I just want to point out why I was impressed with the tenacity before. And I always thought to myself, if I mod Bastila for tenacity, then it means that during mirror matches, she's less likely to get corrupted battle meditation on her. Now, I doubt that'll be a problem for you in some ways, but just keep in mind, right, you want Bastila to be the faster of the two, really, in the sense you want to get BSF off first. You want to be able to do the first turn, get CBM out there, and then do fear. It doesn't really matter that much if Revan goes first, as long as BSF goes before the oppositions. So, whilst I think your modding is good, we've got 138 total there. What was Revan's? 172. So there is an argument you could actually afford to swap the mod sets around, or at least maybe mix them up a little bit, just lower Darth Revan's speed a little but increase Bastila Shan Fallen's. I know that could be a risk just for the fact that you've got a really nice speed on Revan and you might want to drop it, but I always have that in mind. You want to get CBM off first, just so that, you know, you are in control of the battle, because don't forget, if they get theirs off first, it's an uphill climb. So, by all means, you might be getting on alright in Arena. I'll be honest, I'm giving you advice that you may not need, but just in case it's something that is irritating you in your daily climbs, hopefully that'll help you. Okay, I'm not ignoring the top tunes, I'm coming back to them, but I just want to have a look at your Arena team. So, we've got Malik here, we've got speed and tenacity. What stats are we looking at? Just shy of 120k protection, 310 speed, 143% tenacity. You can see that's quite good because you've only got Relic 2 on Malik. So if you were to add more relics, your protection would go up a lot there. I mean, yeah, armor, Alf Steel. I would say get the relics on him. He is worth it. As far as speed, I've never really seen Malik being a toon that needs a lot of speed. Oddly enough, I do have him on Crimson modded quite fast, but that's just, I feel like it's just because I've got spare mods for him that happen to be fast. But my main priorities when I was modding were protection and tenacity, which you've got good, so I'm not saying that speed then isn't a nice secondary. I also tried to mod for just a little bit of damage, because obviously he's going to be a damage dealer at times, so yeah, if you can feed some offense into him, it wouldn't be a bad thing, but you don't necessarily need to mod. I mean, you've got a little bit there. Got 4 rolls there, that's nice. And so you got your speed. Potency isn't bad as well to land the shocks. So yeah, Malik's a very tricky one to mod in some ways because you want several mod stats on him and obviously you can't get them all. But it's a case of how many can you get. So from what I'm seeing, it is good. It's just one of these where I don't think Malik will ever be finished for me. So I'm just thinking about myself there and I'm thinking, there's always that room to improve with Malik. There's always a stat that you can bump up just to make him more annoying or make him more solo capable. You know, just different facets of what Malik is good at. So I would keep that in mind. Okay. HK I will overlook just for the fact that HK just needs damage really. A little bit of speed, but he doesn't need too much, so I'm assuming you're going to be somewhere along those lines. Marauder. 262 speed. Nice bit of crit damage. A nice bit of damage as well, so I'm looking there, that looks good as well. I have not got Marauder. I really would like to get Marauder one day, but I'm going to say you've got your offense, you've got your crit damage. To me, that looks more than fine. I mean, I don't know for certain here, but maybe you could even afford an offense arrow at some point if you could get a speed secondary. But again, overall that looks very nice, so well done there. Alright, I'm looping back around. I'm actually going to go faction by faction now because there is something I want to look at there, but that'll be one of the first things we go to. So, 501st, no progress there. In fact, you could do working on your clones a little bit at some point. Just, you know, just get them up to gear 8 so that they can be like a, how do you phrase it, just one of those annoying low-level teams that people have to treat a little bit seriously. Just a thought there. I know you've got, who were we missing? We're missing, ooh, yeah, it's Archer, I'm thinking, so that isn't a big thing, but yeah, it's always worthwhile sometimes just getting them up a little bit. Bad Batch, yeah, same story there, but we know they're a bit of pain to gear. Okay, I do want to have a look at your Bosk. And we've got Bounty Hunters at relatively low levels. Out of curiosity, was Bosk to Relic 5 a Chewbacca-inspired relic? Okay, protection looks a little bit low. Speed's good. Tenacity is bad, though. That is very bad tenacity. Armour? Not a lot of armour either. So I'm looking at this and thinking your boss could do with a little bit of work. So speed, that's alright, but you don't really need potency as much. You don't need crit chance, so that mod could be improved. Then speed, defense, tenacity, protection, that's good. Roll it. Just keep rolling that mod. Defense, health, speed. Yeah, the speed's good, but potency, offense, they ain't going to do much for Bosk. Then you don't need crit damage. That's a waste of a mod there. In fact, that in general, that's a poor mod. I mean, the speed's good. I did overlook the speed initially, but what I would say, put it on a character who doesn't necessarily need a mod set, whereas Bosk can really benefit from mod sets. So someone there, I'm thinking that could be like a Darth Revan mod, just in the sense that you wouldn't really want defense on Revan, but you want speed on him. And crit damage as a primary on Revan would work as well. So in that situation, if you've, like yeah, you've got right now, you've got these 4 speed mods. That's the kind of defense mod you could throw on him and just sort of go, well, he's got speed, so it's alright. Do you know where I'm coming from? So yeah, I'm looking at that and I'm thinking the crit damage there with the defense mod really doesn't fit well. But you've got the speed, health and protection, so in principle they're not bad, but yeah, that mod for me, it could just go better on another toon. We'll move on. So you got protection primary, you got health, speed, defense, no tenacity again. Yeah, in protection primary, speed, protection, double offense. So, key stats I always say with Bosk: protection, tenacity, speed, usually in that order. Reason for it: all bounty hunter allies gain 50% max protection and 50% tenacity. So you mod for protection so that essentially Bosk gives himself half of his protection on top of what he's already got. And then tenacity is essentially the same thing. Defense is a nice thing to mod for as well, just for the fact that he gains 100% defense while at full health, so it's another nice thing. But like all toons, they need speed. If you run Bosk under Django lead in the future, speed becomes quite an important thing, because it can really help you in some in some weird punch-up matches, like versus Darth Revan, for instance. Just for the fact that if you can outspeed certain teams by getting Bosk out first, it can be a real game winner. So I do agree, keep the speed on him where you can, but I would actually take a lower speed Bosk with more protection and tenacity over a fast one. Just for the fact that if he's being tanky, he's going to be doing his job. Whereas if he's fast and got a bit of protection, but he can get debuffed out the game quite easily, he's not going to be doing his job effectively. So that would be my advice there, okay? Okay, so we saw your clones before, we'll just skip over them. Your droids. Yeah, droids here, you got HK built, but you got Chewie and 3PO and Chewie at gear 11. Okay, I'm guessing you're just farming that final gear piece. Okay, we'll just move on. I'll admit I was dawdling a bit on there, but I thought, okay, we'll move on. You got Tarkin at Rel at 1, you got Piet at 6 star, so I would definitely say you're going for C. With that in mind, Royal Guard 7 star. He's actually not bad to build up now, so you have actually got a good reason to go for him. Krennic, can't really say the same for him. Start, just keep picking up in the guild store. Veers is 7 star, so at least you can start working on him when you're ready. But yeah, you don't seem a mile away. You obviously need the gear, but yeah, you're doing okay. Ewoks, you gotta get your murder bears up for 3PO, but go and say, don't we all? First Order? Yeah, not a priority it seems. Let's go to Galactic Republic. So you got Padders, GK's at 12, Ahsoka's at 11. Yeah, you've got a GR team. I wouldn't say you've got a great GR team, to be fair, but you've got something you could use. I have heard of, for the lack of a way of putting it, I've heard of like suicide GR teams where the idea is that if you give characters certain gear levels, like one's gear 12 like Kenobi, one's gear 10, gear 11, it can work in your favour, just for the fact that if characters do AoEs, it'll keep triggering Anakin, if you do it right anyway. I can't say that this would do it, but it did remind me of it, just in the sense that it is possible. I mean, you could possibly do say R2 in it, and then do Padme, R2, Kenobi, Ahsoka, and JKA, and hopefully JKA just keeps doing his AoE just because he keeps getting angry. But yeah, it could be a tricky one. But I'm curious what you do with Padme, because I'm assuming Yoda goes elsewhere. You got Geos, nice. I'm guessing you need a little bit more gear just on some fucking alpha to do the What mission, but you don't look a million miles away there. We saw your imp, so I'm skipping on. Jedi. Yeah, you've got a team of 5 there. Well, you got Bastila as well, so you're looking quite good. You could always use Ezra as well instead of Anakin or Kenobi. You know, you've got options, so that's not looking too bad. You got Hermit Yoda as well, so that's nice. Night Sisters, anything here? Not a lot. We'll move down. We know your Old Republic, you got Malik. Phoenix, yeah, as expected, we'll carry on. Rebels in general, how are they looking? Gear 12, Gear 12, Gear 12, Gear 11. Very nice. The one that you're missing is 3PO. 3PO will help you get a nice punch-up team. It'll take on a lot of things when all those are relicked. But just right now, I would say you've got something that can at least do some decent damage if asked. So, yeah, that's looking nice. No more Mothma, is there? 3-star. Okay. Maybe you could do... if you were to put a little bit of gear into Cara Dune, you could potentially have a little... a mini Rebel fighter team. I wouldn't say it's a big one, but you could have a little one. Again, just something to put at the back wall maybe in GAC, trip people up. Yeah, nothing in the Resistance, we'll carry on down. Seppies, anything I've missed? You've got Dooku, we saw that before. Newt's at Gear 11 with a Zeta. So, a little bit of work to be done on your Seppies as far as fleshing them out. And I think we're nearly at the end as far as faction by faction, yeah. Alright, I'm going to pause a second, let's have a look at Count Dooku. If anything, I want to just show off his face. Okay, 292 speed, that looks nice. You've got a fair bit of potency for the stuns. Yeah, I like that. So, what I'm saying and what I'm seeing is that you've got a nice focus. I can tell you're going for Sith Eternal Emperor. You still look a bit away in some areas, I will be honest there. But I don't think you're criminally far away either. You know, it's like, I can see what you're working on as far as like, if I was to hazard a guess, I would say right now your focus is Darth Maul. Darth Maul was Gear 11, I could guess you're working on Piet as well. You've got gear projects of Tarkin, Dooku needs work, Thrawn needs work, so I can tell reasonably well what you're working on. You obviously got a few that are a bit far away, like Krennic. I don't blame you for leaving Krennic till last. Royal Guard's actually gone up that list for me a bit now. So, yeah, I can see what you're working on, I can see the progress you're making. So what I would say is, I'd be happy to have another look at this in, say, 6 months and just see how you're getting on, because the sea farm looks like it's going well. So all I can add there is keep it going. The one character I saw that just looked like it needed a bit of mod tweaking was Bosk. I will have to just look at Jolie and GMY. You've got health mods here. Just check your primaries. You could go for health there. I mean, I prefer tenacity. I will stand on my hill till I die on that modding strategy. I think tenacity for crit avoidance is a lot better. But I do understand why people don't do it, because it just feeds into the idea that health is best for Jolie. You want a big health pool. So you're just shy of 100k health, so you're doing good with Jolie. He is doing well. What I would say though, if you're ever farming tenacity mods and you see that they've got good health stats, just consider giving them to Jolie, because he does like them. You know, he isn't adverse to a bit of tenacity. Also, another option instead of health there is crit avoidance. Just put that one out there as well. I might have to do a whole video on just why I advise modding Jolie this way, and the worst bit is I would be just stealing it off It's Just Ian. Okay, quick one. We've got GMY, how's he looking? We've got speed and offense, we've got speed, we've got crit chance, we've got speed and offense, crit damage speed, speed offense, and we've got protection. Okay, we got a bit of speed. What I would say is that is not bad, because you're going to get very fast GMY with that mod set. Personally, that special offense is a bit low, especially at Relic 5. Your special offense can get as high with Relic 7 as 12,000. So the fact that you're only at 8,612, your Yoda will be hitting fast, but he won't be hitting as hard. So you could really do with finding a balance. I mean, there was a character I saw before that got a lot of offense, was that Darth Vader? So there is a potential there that maybe you could afford to put a few of those Vader mods onto Yoda, just for the fact that Yoda likes offense. So I'm not saying you've got to do that, but I would consider it. It could make Yoda just that little bit more potent, because again, there are two ways of going with Yoda. You can go really fast, and sometimes that's good if you're going up against, say, Darth Revan's that are faster than you, and you want to put GMY in there just to try and get some foresight out early on. So there are, like I said, there are advantages to a fast Yoda, but we're talking there that your speed will have to be about 330 potentially, whereas 296 you're still a little bit slow for a fast Yoda. So yeah, I'm pointing this out there because I want you to think, okay, if you're going for a fast Yoda, you do really need to go for speed mods, and then the offense loss isn't as big. Whereas you're going for offense mods, it's like you're trying to do an offense build, but you're going for speed as well, and I wouldn't say the balance lands there personally. But again, that's just me. If you can get more offense into those secondaries, it would work, because it's like you've got a bit of offense there, it's not bad, but you've got nothing on the arrow. There was a little bit in the percentage there. Nothing on the triangle, but yeah, I've got the crit damage, so nicely done there. A little bit there as well, and I don't think there's any on the cross. No, nothing on the cross, so it's little things. It's little things that you just have to constantly tweak, and yeah, I get it's annoying. I really do. But the way I see it, they will keep helping you get better. Okay, final one that I'm just going to look at your ships. So, what is your main faction? By the way, well done on Abenork. I very rarely see Abenorks at GP this size, so well done for going for that. You know, if I could actually applause without just breaking my microphone, I would. But yeah, well done for Abenork there. You've got 4 fleets, or you got 4 fleet commanders anyway. What is your main focus? Have you got the TIE bomber? You've got a 5-star TIE bomber. Okay, could do with leveling up Scimitar, and to be honest, if I'm right, Scimitar is also a stun gun node. So just farm that as often as you can, because the way I see it, stun guns are... Well, do I need to explain what stun guns are? So yeah, try and get Scimitar up. TIE Fighter. You won't necessarily need TIE Fighter for C, but maybe you can use it later on with Executor if you go down that road. It will give you an option anyway. TIE Bomber you're going to need for C, obviously. TIE Advance looks ready. What other Empire have you got? You haven't got the Gauntlet. And what's the other one? The TIE Reaper? You haven't got that either. So, a few things to work on. The reason I say it is because the Empire fleet, it isn't great. You know, it can punch up, we'll say. But how I look at it is, you've got Vader done quite well. TIE Bomber, when fully maxed out, will do a lot of work. In fact, I want a TIE Bomber in my accounts just for the fact that it doesn't necessarily go in an Empire fleet, it can just be annoying in other fleets. But yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, maybe you could actually work on a few of these other side tunes once you've got C. Just try and get, say, TIE Fighter, Garg, Super Commando, Death Trooper and Shore Trooper up. Just try and get the Empire fleet built, and then you've got a way of using Executrix rather than just having them chilling, doing nothing. Because hopefully, I don't know where your guild is right now as far as shards off the top of my head, but I'm thinking if you're getting GOTB, you're getting Get 2, you should be going for either Negotiator or Malevolence in the short term. So let's just have a quick look at those 2 factions as well. Yeah, you've got your Annie up, but that was the one that I thought, okay, that should be fine. But the rest look a little bit behind, so I'm thinking Ahsoka could do with some Gear 12 and Relics. Umbara needs a lot. Umbara needs stars, gear, everything. Plo, you just need to get the ship up so that you can get the the max reinforcement ability. But yeah, you're missing one as well. You could do start farming Rex's ship from the fleet store. I know you might be after Zetas, but honestly, Rex is important. He's a great ship in Galactic Republic. I mean, on my main account, Temin, in the Fleet Shard, I was just reading someone talking yesterday and they said, God, I hate when Rex starts. It's always an annoying battle. And that is like a 3-year shard nearly. So hopefully that sort of demonstrates the importance of Rex, that people who see Rex don't like it. So it is worth going for him. Then Separatists... Yep, no Hyena or Vulture, so your Geos could do a little bit for now, I imagine, but the sooner you get Hyena and Vulture, if you're going for Malevolence, you've got a fleet for them. If you aren't going for Malevolence, they're just good support tunes for early on. I mean, you've seen on, or you may have seen on Temin how I use them with random fleets. I've been using them with Endurance the past week, but I have in the past used them with Executrix. It's just the general idea that you can throw them in there. It's more ships to use, so if you get some time, try and farm them up. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure what you're focusing on ships, and I do like to see a ship farm being focused on if it hasn't already been done, so that'd be a piece of advice I'd give as well. But I do get why it might be a side project or a non-project right now, because C is the main thing. I can see that quite clearly. So, like I said before, 6 months on from now, so I'm guessing that's around March, April time. Well, February, March, April time. Just give me a little holler, say, have a look at this now, see how I've come along. That gives you time to get C, hopefully unlocked by then. And hopefully it gives you time to maybe work on a few of the other side projects, get your mods in line. And I say all this because what I've seen again is great. And I'm excited to see where you could go, because it's like that, you've got CLS just chilling there at gear 12, and I'm thinking, could that be one that you just think, oh, I'll just sneak that along to Relics, because you've got Chewie and Han as well, 3PO and Chewie's gear 11, 7 star, so you've got stuff that you've been building, so I actually want to see what the build project looks like when it's 6 months down the line. So hopefully by then you'll have crossed the 3 million GP barrier as well. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you all for listening, folks. I hope you've enjoyed that, Brad. I hope it's been helpful to you. If any of you want roster reviews, leave your ally code in the comment section below and give me a rough idea of what you're looking for in a roster review, because even though I can do it at times without a real focus, it is helpful to have an idea of what you're going for or what you want reviewing, just so that I can have a little look at something in particular. So if you could do that, I appreciate it, but if you just want to put the ally code down and say roast me, I'll try my best to do that as well. Oh yeah, so thank you very much. Apologies again if the cough has been in the video. It's an absolute pain in the backside to keep cutting out, but I'm doing my best because I don't want to blow your eardrums out. But yeah, I will see you in the next video. Until then, this has been Josh from JJ's Productions. Bye for now, folks.